Looking, gets it to Bryant. Bryant dribbling, has to put it up with the buzzer. Bounce it! Is this the dagger? Oh! Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
Is it a little early for a 2024 redraft? Well, Bleacher Report doesn't think so. They did a redraft of the 2024 draft class ahead of the 2025 All-Star Weekend. So today, I want to react to this because I haven't really thought about a 2024 redraft yet, and I wanted to see where they have some of these guys. Is there even a change at number 1, number 2, number 3? And we're going to go into this because obviously guys that are going to be at the top of the rookie ladder this year, Stephon Castle, may leapfrog somebody like a Reed Sheppard who went ahead of Stephon Castle on draft night. I will leave a link to the article in the YouTube description and on the audio descriptions as well if you want to take a look at this article yourself. And as we get into the All-Star Weekend, and we're currently on a little bit of a break through the NBA, it's kind of nice to reflect on where we've been so far this year. And for me, who's constantly making either videos or podcast episodes for you guys for a while now, and someone that does do this full time, I've had the opportunity to become a Magic Mind ambassador, and Magic Mind has been a great daily routine for me throughout the 2025 NBA season, which has been very hectic, as you guys know, with the trade deadline, everything kind of shuffling around in that aspect, and we are going to get into the second half of the year. And Magic Mind has basically allowed me to have a sharper mind, stronger motivation, less stress, calmer energy throughout the day. What I love about it, it's so small. It's not like you have to drink this big bottle of liquid throughout the day. You could drink it very quickly because you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, how small the bottle is. And Magic Mind also has a great discount code for you guys, my viewers. You can get 20% off a one-time purchase or up to 48% off with a subscription if you use my code BALLIN20, BALLIN20 for 20% off the one-time purchase and 48% off the subscription. And the convenience of the subscription comes with free shipping. It delivers to your house every month. It's an easy cancellation as well. And what I love about Magic Mind, it's 100% money back guarantee for the first purchase. No questions asked, no bottles expected in return. There are 15 bottle cases, there are 30 bottle cases, so whatever you think you prefer, you can get on Magic Mind's website, and you can use my code BALLIN20 to get up 48% off your subscription. And thank you to Magic Mind for sponsoring today's episode. All right, so let's get into this. I'm excited to see what Bleacher Report here. Wow, and yeah, a little bit of a shocker. Alex Sarr going number 1 in their redraft already. I mean, Alex Sarr was my number 1 player going into the 2024 draft, and apparently, I mean, Atlanta, I'm sure, wanted Alex Sarr in a way, but apparently Alex Sarr didn't want to play the power forward position, or I forget if he wanted to play the center position, but it was like vice versa for what Atlanta was currently building there, and obviously they had Jalen Johnson as a stretch 4, but you couldn't have put Jalen Johnson at the 3, you could have put Sarr at the 4 or the 5, either way. I mean, he was playing kind of adjacent to Jonas Valanciunas at times this year. I don't know, I feel like it was weird that the Hawks didn't end up drafting Sarr because he played a little bit at the Overtime Elite, which is right down the road from Atlanta. So maybe he just didn't like the city of Atlanta. But yeah, he's been on the worst team this year. I mean, looking at what Sarr could provide you at a ceiling and what his development could be with Trae Young, and that excited me so much in the pre-draft process. What Sarr and Trae Young's two-man game could be in the pick and roll, catching alley-oops, I thought could have been great for Sarr's development. We're seeing it for Reece Shai's development this year. I think maybe Stephon Castle could also be in play number 1, just to envision what Castle could have been like next to Trae Young. And you have Castle, Daniels, and Jalen Johnson all on the perimeter guarding guys together. That could be something special, but I don't know. I think Atlanta would still go Reece Shai number 1. He's had some nice scoring outputs as of late. And what do you think Reece Shai could be like when he's a 25, 26-year-old as this lanky, versatile defender who can also attack the rim and be a very good spot-up shooter? I think there's some value to that, but I also think there's some value to Sarr. So Sarr was my pre-draft number 1, and I really like what I've seen from Sarr at times this year, and there's been some bad moments, but he's also in such a bad environment. I don't know. It's weird to think about who would go number 1. You guys can let me know who would go number 1, because there hasn't been a super standout rookie. Jared McCain was that. I don't think he would go number 1. I don't think Kel'el Ware would go number 1. Maybe it is Sarr, maybe it's Castle, or maybe they take Reece Shai. So they have Stephon Castle going number 2 ahead of Reece Shai. It's funny because if I pulled up real quick Castle's efficiency, which is 42, 28, 73 splits, Reece Shai's efficiency is better than Castle's. I mean, Castle has not been an efficient scorer at times this year. I don't know. And like you get 6'8" compared to 6'6", but I do think Castle is super comfortable with the ball in his hands. And if you watch Reese Shea at JL Berg compared to Castle at UConn, they are in completely different environments. I just don't know if I think for Washington too, I don't know how Reese Shea and Bilal fit next to each other, so I'm okay with them going Castle. I just don't know. It's weird. I think there is a lot of hype to Castle right now, and rightfully so. Castle has been one of the best rookies. I just don't know if he's done enough to warrant him going number 1 or number 2 over Reese Shea because of what Reese Shea could be later in his career. Reese Shea is 19. Castle is 20. They're very close in age. So I don't know. You guys can let me know. I think it's just hard for me to process. I think the 2024 draft may be one of the most polarizing redrafts that we do because I don't think there's a Wemby obviously in this class. There's not a Paolo Banchero. There's not maybe a Cooper Flagg. And some of the guys later in the draft Jalen Wells, Jared McCain, Kel'el Ware, have done very well in their rookie seasons where would they already jump up 10, 15 spots already? I'm not sure. So Reed Sheppard's still going number 3. I don't know if Reed Sheppard would go number 3. I don't know if he would in this right now because I think you look at what Reese Shea could provide for you on both ends of the floor. I mean, Reed Sheppard was incredible during the Summer League. He was incredible at Kentucky, and I'm not buying this downturn in his shot. He's 40 games into his career. He's not a top scoring option by any means, and he hasn't really had a chance to be in a full rhythm, I think, for the Rockets this year. And rookie guards struggle with efficiency. We've seen that in the past with Scoot, Keontae George, even Stephon Castle right now. That's what made Jared McCain kind of insanely impressive because of how efficient he was as a rookie. See, Reed at 3, I think that could also have some debate as well. Spurs getting Jared McCain at 4. I mean, yeah, if you're Jared McCain next to Wemby would be so much fun to watch. I don't know if they were ever thinking about taking Jared McCain at 8, but it was always Rob Dillingham over McCain for a lot of people. It was a special 18 game stretch when he started playing 30 plus minutes a night. And then unfortunately, yeah, he suffered a season ending injury. He'll be 21 very soon. May even be 21 by the time you guys are seeing this, but yeah, thinking about, with Castle off the board, you're trying to get a guard that can now help you space the floor. Not a great defender, but man, him next to Wemby would be a lot of fun to watch. I just also think there is the Reese Shea connection. And from what we've seen of McCain compared to Reed, if you view them in a similar type of play style, why doesn't McCain go ahead of Reed Sheppard at number 3? So number 5, we have the Pistons going Reese Shea. This would make a lot of sense. I think this is something they would be trying to build as well in Detroit as they're looking for these versatile defenders, can guard multiple positions around Cade Cunningham. And that's why they went after Ron Holland. And Ron Holland this year has shown plenty of flashes on the defensive end of the floor. His shot has struggled I kind of expected it to be out of the G League Ignite where he struggled at times. But yeah, I think from what Reese Shea has shown this year compared to Ron Holland, I don't think that is a shocker by any means to have Reese Shea go ahead of Ron Holland. I just don't know if Reese Shea has been, I think he's been pretty good. I don't know if he would drop 4 spots in a redraft because he wasn't supposed to be super NBA ready out of the gate. And I honestly think Reese Shea's shot has been way more impressive than I thought it was going to be this year. So I don't really know if I would have him drop all the way to 5. I think that's a little reactionary. Matas Buzelis going number 6 to Charlotte. I don't know. I don't know if Matas would go here. I think Matas has definitely shown excitement this year for what he can be. I think he still struggles with creating separation, but he's a great athlete, can put the ball on the ground, and has great size to be a good defender and maybe a stretch 4 one day if the shot ever falls. But I think Charlotte, I don't know if they regret Tidjane Salaün. I mean, he, some of these guys, even Matas, was always going to be a little bit of a project play and maybe more than others. He has struggled at times in the G League as well, where he spent some time. Now he's back up on the roster because they've had so many injuries. I think there's some other guys. I mean, Charlotte just tried to trade Mark Williams. When they think about Kel'el Ware here or Donovan Clingan, I mean, we're seeing Kel'el Ware play with Bam Adebayo. So why not have Kel'el Ware and Mark Williams being your front court? So I think I would look at a couple other guys before Matas here. At number 6. Yeah, because they have it's Castle, Sheppard, and then McCain shot up. So number 7, we have Portland still going Donovan Clingan. That would make sense if he's on the board. I don't think they would take Edey. I don't think they would take Kel'el Ware. I think they like Clingan a ton. It's just unfortunate that he hasn't been able to be a full-time starter, full-time 30-minute-a-night guy, just because they have DeAndre Ayton, and Robert Williams, at least for the rest of this year's season. Number 8, San Antonio gets Jalen Wells. Okay, so this is obviously like a meteoric rise for Jalen Wells, all the way to the top 10 when he was originally the 39th pick in the draft. I don't know, like, I think still off upside, like, trying to see who's on the board here, who I would like a little bit more. I don't know. I would think about Rob Dillingham still here at 8, but I guess if you get Jared McCain, there's no point really in going after Rob Dillingham. I think Kel'el Ware next to Wemby could be kind of exciting, honestly. Dalton Connect provides you some shooting, but I do think Wells gives you good defensive upside. So, I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Jalen Wells at number 8. It could be a little bit high, but you know what? Shout out to him. Moving up 31 spots in a redraft already. Memphis going to Nikola Topic at 9? What? Also, I don't know what they did here with this, the C. But yeah, I don't really agree with this. I don't really agree with that. I don't know why Memphis would take Topic over 1, Zach Edey, 2, Kel'el Ware. I know like we haven't seen Topic, and Topic would have been a top 5 pick if he didn't suffer that ACL injury. And I'm fine with him still going in this range. I just think like what Memphis is building right now, I think they would even think about Connect, a little bit of an older player. And I think they would think about going Zach Edey still or going Kel'el Ware. So Utah gets Zach Edey at 10. They originally took Cody Williams. I mean, do you want Zach Edey and Walker Kessler? I guess they could provide you something after. I'm just surprised. Did I like miss Kel'el Ware? Why do they just don't have Kel'el Ware? That's kind of crazy. I'm sure we'll get to him soon. But yeah, Utah going Zach Edey at 10. I mean, maybe Cody Williams doesn't go 10. He's really struggled this year. He's still incredibly young and it's still incredibly raw as a prospect. I don't think he would go number 10 in a redraft. But Zach Edey to Utah, I mean, I think just Kel'el Ware, because of his ability to space the floor better than Edey, provides you a little bit more upside. And I don't know if like the wings, like if you're looking at Devin Carter, I guess more of a guard. But if you're looking at like Tristan Da Silva, Jacoby Walter, Jalen Tyson, they haven't really shown enough to go this high. Like Ryan Dunn, what he has been providing defensively, does he go high? Does AJ Mitchell go high? Because he showed really good flashes before he got hurt. We have Bub Carrington going to the Bulls at 11, so I'm sure their fans are happy they get another guard here in a redraft. Why not Kel'el Ware? Has Kel'el Ware, like, did he have like a bunch of stinkers before the All-Star break that I'm just forgetting about? Not really. So I don't know why they don't have Kel'el Ware going in the top 11. Chicago, they don't get Matas. He's off the board. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think Carrington would go to Chicago here with Kel'el Ware on the board, because we look at their big man depth. It is not good. And who's their future center when Nikola Vucevic is off the team? I don't know. So we have Rob Dillingham going 12 to OKC. They originally take Topic. Man, Rob is one of the nicest jumpers in this class, and I think he has one of the smoothest jumpers in the NBA already. It's just he hasn't had a ton of time to shine in Minnesota, but now with like Dante hurt, Randall hurt, Gobert missing some time, they've allowed more minutes for the younger guys like Terrence Shannon and Jalen Clark and Rob Dillingham, and him and OKC would be fun. 13, AJ Mitchell. I'm confused. Did they forget about Kel'el Ware? Did I miss Kel'el Ware and I'm just tripping? Because that would be hilarious if I did miss him. But no, I did not miss Kel'el Ware. Like, I have to do a double take on this. That's crazy. Sacramento getting AJ Mitchell at 13. I'm all for, but what? I don't get this. I don't get how we have Kel'el Ware not in the lottery. I love AJ Mitchell, and I think he could go top 20 in a redraft, maybe top 15, because I think he could show a ton of flashes as a ball handler, as a facilitator, and could be an efficient scorer. But I just don't think I would take him above Kel'el. Well, I'm confused. I am confused. Portland, I mean, okay, maybe for them it would make a little bit of sense not to go Kel'el Ware, but they go Devin Carter here, who I'm starting to think they just forgot about Kel'el. I don't know if they're going to even have him in here. So they get Devin Carter, who missed a bunch of time to start off the year. He has struggled with his shots from the shoulder injury coming back. He may benefit maybe going to the G League just for a little bit. But either way, I mean, Portland gets another guard. I don't know if they would prefer that. I think there could still be some wing upside on the board, like Ryan Dunn, him and Toumani Camara guarding guys defensively. I am not really a fan of this redraft. Maybe it's just I haven't really... Okay, Justin... What? Yeah, Justin Edwards goes ahead of Kel'el Ware. Hot take, a 6'8 wing who defends his butt off, knocks down threes, can hit the occasional mid-ranger, and has enough to handle to... what? I know Justin Edwards has shown great flashes. I know I've said flashes a lot in this video, but he has. And I think Edwards should have been drafted. I mean, I don't want to hate on like Bronny, but I liked Edwards as a better prospect than Bronny James for sure. He had the high school pedigree. He showed, like, he had some really good games. There was a game, I think he was in like March or February. I'm trying to remember where he had like this insane efficiency game for Kentucky. It was by far the best game. I just like vividly, it was against Tennessee, or I feel like it was an orange team, but I could be wrong. And he's had an opportunity with all the injuries in Philly this year to play. I don't think Miami would originally pass up on Kel'el Ware to take Justin Edwards. That is a hot take. Kel'el Ware falls to 16. Have they watched him this year? His ability to block shots, space the floor, handle the ball, make an extra pass. I don't think, oh my God, for enduring skepticism across all three arenas. Did AI write this article? Because is that supposed to say all three areas? I'm really confused. So they have Kel'el Ware going to 16. And they say, if you believe Kel'el Ware's three-point shooting, ball skills, and capacity to do more anchor big stuff on the defensive end, he deserves to be much higher, okay? This placement accounts for enduring skepticism across all three arenas. Is that supposed to say areas? Did nobody, like, I don't know, review this article? Where is the editor in all this? I don't know. And this was posted on NBA's website as well. I'm really at a loss for words. This feels like AI wrote this article. I don't know. We got Ron Holland falling to the Lakers at 17. I think they would still take Connect over Ron Holland. I'm surprised they don't have Connect in the top 17 for, I think at his worst, like Connect, I don't think he's going to get much better because of his age than what we're seeing him right now, but he's still a really good three-point shooter, and I think teams would value that maybe a little bit more than what Ron Holland's defense can be. Keyshawn George going to the Magic at 18. I think that's fine to have him go ahead of Tristan da Silva. I mean, they could have taken Keyshawn George on draft night. They didn't. But I think they'd still be fine with da Silva right now because, I mean, Anthony Black, like Jett Howard, these guys had a lot of develop to go into their games or development that they needed to be a little bit more patient with. I don't know if they would do another version of that and take Keyshawn George. Raptors getting Ryan Dunn at 19. I feel like Ryan Dunn's defense would have him go a lot higher to maybe some of these better teams. Like, would you value Ryan Dunn's defense over Ron Holland's? Would Ryan Dunn go to Miami at 15? I think he would go to Portland at 14. Sacramento, they could definitely use some defense at 13. OKC at 12, why not? I mean, Ryan Dunn on OKC would be kind of incredible because they are the best defensive team in the league. So, yeah, Toronto gets him at 19. Cavs getting Yves at 20 also feels maybe a little bit low. But I actually like this fit a ton to Cleveland because I don't want to see Tristan Thompson as the backup big. Missi, I think, would have made a lot more sense for them on draft night as well, just because did they really need a Jalen Tyson? I mean, I wouldn't say so. Now, they did consolidate some of their wing depth by trading away LeVert and Niang for DeAndre Hunter. So that could allow maybe more minutes for Tyson, and it gives them more depth just in case an injury happens. But I think I would go for the insurance there of a Yves as a backup 5. Pelicans get Isaiah Collier. I mean, the draft happened before the DeJounte trade, and Collier has shown great flashes as a playmaker, way more than I thought he was always like a score-first guard from watching him at USC compared to watching him at Utah this year. He's done a great job, and I think Collier has shown people why he should have gone way higher in the draft. And the Pelicans get him at 21. Jalen Tyson going to the Suns at 22. This was, I guess, the Denver Nuggets, but they're accounting for the trade still, or they're not accounting for the trade. So, yeah, I think the Suns would want to go like somebody more NBA ready like Tyson, who I think can provide a little bit of a spark like right now compared to somebody like Jacoby Walter, who needs a little bit of time to develop. But yeah, with why is Jalen Tyson going ahead of Dalton Connect? I don't really get that. Now, I love Dalton Connect going to Milwaukee. That's exactly what they needed, not a project like AJ Johnson. I just don't know if I agree with this mock. Have we had anybody in the lottery not go yet? If I looked here at the 24 draft, I mean, we haven't had Cody Williams go yet. I kind of get the reasoning for that. And I think it's just Cody that hasn't gone out of the lottery picks. So we have the Knicks getting Jamal Shead at 24. Oh my God, yeah. The Knicks need some defense, so I would be a fan of that instead of them going originally Pacomi Daddy. Knicks also don't make a trade with the Wizards there at 24, so they have 2 firsts, and they get Oso Ighodaro. I think that's fine. I would honestly just take a flyer. Like, if you're going to take Pacomi Daddy, take Cody Williams here. I don't know if there's any defenders in the second round, like Jonathan Mogbo. Yeah, like, I think Oso fits into that criteria. Do you take the, like, Quinton Post now? Probably not. I think he went around where he probably should have. Would go a little bit higher, but, yeah, I'm fine with the Knicks getting Oso and Jamal Shead. Jameson Battle, wow, already a first-round pick. I don't know about that. He was undrafted. He's been fun to watch, but he's a little bit older, and he's not a great defender, so I don't know if he would go this high to Washington at 26. Yeah, like over Tristan da Silva, who's going 27 here to Minnesota. Brandon Carlson to the Nuggets at 28. What? I don't know. I would still take Cody Williams over Brandon Carlson. All right, and then Cody Williams goes 29 to Utah. Oh my God, a Jacoby Walter goes 30 to Boston. Not gonna lie, I disagree a lot with this article. I'm not gonna hate on whoever wrote it because I know it's a lot of effort. And I make lists all the time in rankings, and people can hate on them. And I think no matter what you do in these predictions or rankings, people are always gonna disagree, and that's fine. That's the beauty of it. But I disagree with a lot from this mock. Jacoby Walter going 30. They also considered a Dembona, Filipowski, Porty, Jones, Kolek, Larson, Mogbo, Post. Oh, wow. Yeah, when I was talking about lottery picks that didn't go here, Tijon Salon, not even a first round pick. All right. Oh, my God. I don't know. My head is kind of spinning. I don't know if I'm overreacting and maybe being too reactionary. You guys can let me know in the comments on YouTube, or let me know in the comments on Spotify if you're listening there. I don't really know if I agree with a lot of this mock draft, or excuse me, of this redraft. My head is actually kind of spinning. You guys can let me know what you think about this. If you did enjoy it, appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. And I'm gonna probably have a lot different for my 2024 redraft at the end of the year.